Hello viewers and welcome to more WRC 8 content, this time looking at training sessions C. Again, more changes, more environmental learning in terms of the type of gravel that we're going to be driving over and the techniques you'll need to employ to get through the game and your rally journey in any given circumstance. And all of these challenges offer you different experiences, going over lumps and bumps, direction changes, sliding the car, getting into apexes, understeer, going over jumps, and again here another one that you face quite early in the career. So some of these you'll see me doing sort of a general learning around the course, and some of these I go flat out from the off. So working my way around here. And they're deceptively simple, sometimes they are ovals but with gradient changes and bumps, and they make a big difference to the overall balance of the car going into a corner. Also, these two corners are not the same, one is much longer than the other, so you need to account for that in your driving. And this is much tighter, so you can get much tighter to that apex. The other one's a long corner, so that completes that challenge. Again, on to the next one. Sticking with a couple of the cars I've kind of got used to at this stage that seem to work for me. Again, I point this out, but I do like the roughness of the environments. They do remind me of rally schools. They're normally out in a forest somewhere, edge of some farmer's land. Farmers like to do a bit of rallying themselves, no doubt, and you end up with a rally school much like this, in which case they'll get an old car, teacher will take you out, drive, maybe they'll drive you around, or straight from the off they'll sit beside you and bring you gradually up to speed before they take you out and show you what you thought was fast wasn't fast at all. It really is amazing when the top flight rally drivers go out there and what they manage to do with these cars. The commitment is on another level. So on to the next challenge then, and I can't remember all of these courses, but they come back to me as I watch the commentary. Back to you guys. This was a long and tricky corner. One of the most tricky corners. It would be nice to be able to slide all the way around there, but again the margin for error is very high. So when you watch the best guys in the world, I expect they could. You see the jump there caught me out. So now I know that I need to lift before I go up the jump. Again, lumpy and bumpy. Little lift before that jump as well required, so we need that there. So the two jumps require lift. Giving it full beans, but unable to slide the car. So every single jump is leaving the car in a bad place, isn't it? It's like every single jump there. We went too far on the first two, and on that one didn't land squarely, and that just sent us straight off. So now let's combine all that knowledge of the lift before the jump, everything into the corner, a bit of a lift in the middle of the corner, then on the power, all the way through the exit. Hanging in the gear to help with wheel spin, trying to keep the car straight. A lift again before the jump, get the car in nice and early, slide it round the corner, up the next crest, full power, and then over the line to complete that challenge. So that was a more intense challenge, just learning bit by bit where we were going wrong. So now on to the next one, and we'll see what we have here. I think this is water splashes now. The dreaded water splash. I mean, I've never seen actually so many comments on anything as there have been over the water splash recently. The water splash has a big effect on speed and drag. So if there's a water splash in front of a corner, chances are you don't need to brake. You just need to commit for it. So here, I think I'm pretty much full power going into the water. If there's an immediate turning on the exit of the corner, yes, you still need to lift. But lifting is as much as braking through the water. It really does slow the car down. Depending on the depth and severity of the puddles, obviously if it starts raining, then that makes a huge difference to them. And it makes a difference in sliding the car. So this is a car slide challenge. And again, you know, you want to learn how to slide the car through these corners. I was able to slide the car, but you can see you can overdo it very easily with a handbrake. There's a balance required. So it's quite tricky actually to get into the rhythm. So you could spend half an hour just doing this, and you would gradually get yourself into a rhythm where you're sliding each corner. We don't have the time to do that, but gradually getting into it as we do. So there's a rhythm required there, but either way we've achieved the base time and moving on to the next course. These courses are all deceptively simple, similar, but subtly different. In the way they work, and this is again very similar to the course we were running a moment ago, virtually identical, but there are apparently minor changes which I don't know what they are. So to me it all looks the same, but there we go, running this next course, and it does seem to be pretty similar to what we were running earlier, which is quite strange, but there you go. And we're going to run this car again because I quite like the handling of this car on the gravelly sort of surface. It slides better for me. I found it quite intuitive. They all are really, but a couple stand out. So again, away we go, learning the course. I think we just get on with this one. We know to lift on these sections, get on the power, slide it flat through there. It's nice the way you see the surrounding courses actually that we've been on as well. Getting it right, getting the car in nicely. And you know what happened there was we got the car in nicely, got on the power, more speed than usual, hence overpower over the jump. So you just need to cater for improved apex speed and then slowing, slide the car, get the car turned in, that's it, nicely. There's a little lift and a turn just as we hit the jump, get the weight transfer right, brake again, slide the car, bit of handbrake, that's alright, get round there on the power and over the line. Challenge done. On to the next one, the final challenge on the training sessions C. So let's see what we encounter here then. So these have been, as I say, deceptively simple, but sometimes it's the big long corners which are harder to slide the car. Pumping the throttle, various braking techniques, a little bit of handbrake, high revs, whatever you can find that works for you. Okay, this is a slightly more technical course. Similar to what we were doing earlier, but a reverse version, which makes a huge difference. Because obviously there were jumps where there weren't jumps and you're jumping into areas that you weren't before. It completely transforms a track like this, doing it backwards. And sometimes the tracks are a lot more challenging going backwards than they were going forwards. It always makes a huge difference. Jumping too much there, you see again, way too high. I know I need to lift now next time and angle the car into the jump so that it lands squarely. Sliding it through there on the power flat, just keep the car straight. It's nice. Into the corner, sliding a bit, pumping the throttle, just trying to get the car to slide a bit. Now angling the car for the jump, turning in, that's it, right over the apex and getting the job done. So that's the way to do that. There's always speed to be found, but it is quite technical in terms of getting those jumps right and knowing when to lift, when to commit, and when to just keep the car straight. That was a good example for angling the car for a jump and landing squarely. Just need to make sure, obviously, I'm not obviously slowing down when I cross the finish line, because if I hit the brake before I go over the finish line, then it's no good. I tried to go even quicker there, but you can see it's a very small margin for error between going flat out and overdoing it, basically. So what do we do in racing? Well, we just keep going faster and faster, and we find the limit, and then we try and bring it together. So, and with all these courses, I did feel there was a lot more speed in me. I just wasn't able to bring it together on this video. But again, lots to look forward to. Trying a different angle. I was wider going in to try and alter the angle a bit. I lost a bit of speed there, didn't I? Sliding round and just wasn't able to maintain the speed through the corner. And then you're always playing catch up to an extent. I'm also trying different gears as well, just to see, changing the gear, how that affects the car. And again, overdid it on that turning in. So you saw various different ways of taking that corner correctly and incorrectly. But that's it from me for now, and there'll be more from me on Training Sessions D very soon. Thanks for watching today, viewers. I hope you enjoyed the video, and do like and subscribe. It supports what we do. You can go to the website directly above me here, or check out a couple of other videos on the channel, perhaps things you're interested in terms of racing games, whether it be new or retro. It's all there. Check them out.